Well, 40 days to 40. Hashtag. I can't believe it. Today marks 38 days until that day where I can say I'm now 4 decades old. Who would say I'm 4 decades, right? I don't think we count that way. But it makes it sound a little smaller because it's only 4 decades. No. Okay. So I already talked about being grateful, right? And really just being grateful for some of the smaller things in our lives that we sometimes take for granted. And then on day 2, I talked about choice and just the power of choice and that self-realization that we are autonomous beings, right? We have the full power within us to choose the path that we follow or the path that we trailblaze. So today, though, based on all the conversations, all the dialogues, all the private messages I've been receiving, clearly this conversation, I know it seems one way, but I'm inviting everyone to participate in this with me because I think there's a lot of us that are in this same sort of boat. This phase of our life where we go into these different phases of our lives where we start to self-reflect on some of our past experiences and how it's brought us to where we are today. But also how it's going to influence tomorrow and the day after and the day after and the day after. I want to talk about health. My 30s was a very interesting decade when it comes to health. I don't know if all of you know my story, but a number of years ago, I did a Tough Mudder. And I've done a lot since, but this particular Tough Mudder, well, you guys know they call me Moose for a reason. It's because I run like a moose. Okay, my thighs tend to go like this when I run. I'm not very graceful. Otherwise, I'd be called Gazelle. That's just not me. Anyways, after finishing Tough Mudder, because I never run more than 5K, and Tough Mudder, for those that don't know, is almost 20K, I had chafed inner thighs. And that evening, I sat in a hot tub, thinking that I'd be, relaxing and all that. Anyways, for those that know, often hot tubs are a bacteria tub, right? And I got an infection. And this sort of triggered things because I basically was hospitalized for a week after doing one of my first Tough Mudders. So don't be scared of Tough Mudder. It wasn't Tough Mudder's fault, which I learned. Because then, after a series of tests, a few bone marrow biopsies later, we found out I've got a condition, an autoimmune disease called autoimmune neutropenia. So, you see this little thing right here? This is called Neupogen. Neupogen. And this little guy is about $400 a shot. I'm supposed to take it once every 7 to 10 days. Why? Because I have no neutrophils. And neutrophils is basically what neutralizes bacteria in your body. So, when you get a flu or a viral infection, your body's getting at it and killing it. My body's just a little overactive. So my bone marrow produces lots of these little guys to fight off all those things. But unfortunately, my body keeps killing the stuff that's being produced in such an alarming rate that I basically hover around 0. Now, when a hematologist or doctors say you're an enigma, that's usually not a good thing. So, I could have gone a couple ways with this, right? I could have used this as a crutch, as a reason why I may not want to participate in certain things in life, right? For fear of getting infections. Because ideally, they'd like to see me live in a bubble. Can you imagine me in a bubble? Coach Moose in a bubble? No. It would make CrossFit workouts rather interesting. So anyways, I made a decision a long time ago that I wasn't going to allow this condition to dictate how I spend my life. And it's made me value health that much more and appreciate it. Because when we have health, we don't really think about it, right? We take it for granted. But as soon as we don't have health, think about the last time you had a bad flu. And I know you sat on the couch, you watched Netflix endlessly until that fever broke. But can you remember how bad you felt? How low your energy was? And how all you could think about was trying to be well again? It's funny how we have to get really sick to appreciate our health. So we can make daily choices to invest in our health so that way later on in life, we're better prepared to deal with those moments where we encounter something, right? Something that sets us back. So now what do? Well, I drink my green brownish smoothie. I also take a plethora of vitamins and supplements. And this is based on some of the work I've been doing with the functional medicine pro by the name of the Coppens, Spencer Coppen in particular. Been amazing. It has helped me, so I'm not taking this as frequently, and I'm able to stabilize some of my neutrophils. So where am I going with this? Well, it's really easy to take this and make it an excuse, right? A reason for me not being able to do certain things in life. But rather, I just use it as something that's there. But it reminds me every day how valuable my health is and how particular I have to be with the things that I eat, the activities that I do, and the stresses in my life. So heading into my 40s, that's why I want to be healthier than I was in my 30s. So I can continue to do the things in life and to do it well. Anyways, so that's day 38. I don't know what day 37 is going to be, but I'm enjoying this. So let me know what you think about health. Is it important to you? What do you do daily to reinforce so you're maintaining that healthy, active lifestyle as best you can? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.